So it's a very, very windy day today, guys, but I thought I'd get on my bike, get the camera rolling and do a little bit of a video. So today's topic is the CBT changes, and also how am I going to be doing my full bike test. And the question and the answers basically is, yeah. When I got this bike, I got asked a few times by different people, including my driving instructor, well, including my instructor basically, is why did I get a 125? Why have I not gone straight for the DAS? And the answer really to that is I wasn't really bothered about doing my full motorbike test. I just wanted to get back on the road on a 125 and just enjoy it, enjoy the drivers out, enjoy the nice weather, just get back on two wheels. But as time has gone on, I know it's only been a week, but as I've done a fair bit of miles, it's made me fall back in love with motorbikes again, which I knew it would, to be fair. But it's made me fall back in love with motorbikes and made me want a bit more power. Now don't get me wrong, absolutely fantastic bike, really is, but for me, being 32 and with a power, like obviously when you're going around, like say when I drove to Wimbledon Woods and stuff like that, and when I'm going around country roads, on a 125 you're pretty much on full chat, trying to get 60-70 miles per hour, whereas on a 600cc you don't have to be revving the absolute bollocks off it to get the power and get the speed. So like I say, I've thought about it anyway, and then also with the laws changing regarding my CBT and stuff, like it's still unclear what's actually happening, but there's new laws coming into it, so I thought, you know what, there's no better time really than now to actually look towards getting my full license. So like I said, because I'm actually 32 years old, I can do the DAS, I can do a direct access scheme. So I can literally have a bit of training, do my mod 1, my mod 2, and obviously my theory test, and I can go on whatever bike I want. Now saying that, am I going to be jumping on a 1000cc bike? No. And I'll be honest with you, I know it probably sounds daft to some people, but I'm just not interested in a 1000cc bike. It's just not for me. I don't need it, I don't want it. I'm just not bothered about it. So I'd be probably comfortable with just getting a 600cc. So some of the bikes that I have been looking at, I've been looking at a few different ones. Obviously I like the Suzuki Bandit 600, I've always liked them. There is a Honda CBF 600, I really like them as well. There's also a Yamaha, I want to say FZR 600. I really like the look of one of those as well. So there's a few different type of bikes out there, and again, if you notice obviously what the bikes I've just said, they're all upright position bikes. Now there was a bike which I did see which was very, very nice, which was a Kawasaki ZXR 600, but it was converted into a Street Fighter, so it was an upright position, obviously handlebars like this, and for the price of it, it was £1,000, and it was very, very nice, and I would have that. So obviously I don't know really what's out there as much on the 600cc's. I'm not bothered about getting a 300cc. I just think if you're going for a 125 and doing your full test, I think up to a 300cc is not really that big enough of a jump. So a 600cc is pretty much what I'm going to go for. But like I said, I don't actually know that much information about what is out there. I'm not bothered about getting a brand new bike. I've done that, I've got this bike here. But as far as getting a 600cc, I'm going to be getting a second hand one, but I don't know what's out there. I've seen a couple of ones, like I saw one earlier which was a Aprilia Choano, which I was quite surprised at the price of that. And I always have like the Choanos, but again, I don't know much information about the bigger Aprilias. I've had an Aprilia, I've had an Aprilia RS 125, I've been on the RS4 125 and stuff like that. But as far as the bigger bikes, I've heard a couple of problems with them. So yeah, I mean, this is where you guys come into it. Let me know in the comments below what bikes you think are good, what like type of naked style, Street Fighter style bikes you think are good. What do you recommend out there? Obviously if you've passed your test and stuff like that also, have you got any tips and tricks for me about doing the mod 1 and mod 2? I've gone and spoken to the instructor who I did my CBT with, and I'll be honest with you, when I did my CBT, they both said that I should be on a bigger bike anyway. They said that I was already acting as if I were on a bigger bike, like when I was doing all my checks, my lifesaver checks and all that stuff, downshifting, rev matching, basically my positioning on the road and stuff like that. I was still acting as if I was doing like a mod 1 and a mod 2. Even to stuff like avoiding potholes, avoiding manhole covers, looking out for white lines and stuff like that. But they said to me that I should be on a bigger bike. So when I spoke to them and I asked, well, how much would it be? They said about, obviously it depends on the training wise and stuff like that. Do I need much training? And they said that they don't think I would. They said that I could actually probably go for my mod 1 and mod 2 and pass it, but obviously it helps having a bit of a learning beforehand. So the price what they've said is it's between £600 to £800, and that includes a bit of training, like a couple, like I think it's 2 hours of training before, and then an hour before you test. So it's basically 2 hours in the car park, then an hour on the road before you go for your test, and for the mod 1, and I think it's again the same on the mod 2 really. So I've already booked my theory test in. My theory test is booked, I believe, for the end of, I want to say end of June is the closest time I've got into it. I think it's the 20th of June. So what I've actually done is I did the same when I did my car. I've gone on to online, I've gone on to do some mock tests. So I did the mock theory test on the questions, and the first one I got one question wrong. The second time I did another one, I got everything right. Obviously it depends on the day, but I did very well on the questions. And then I also did a mock hazard perception test, and the first time I did it I actually got full marks. I got 15 out of 15. So the thing I have noticed on the hazard perception test is it's not like when you think we're going to jump out at you or something like that. It's when you first see it. So on one of them there was a tractor coming around the corner, and I saw the tractor and I thought, well, I can see it, I know what it's going to do. So I clicked it, and it turns out I got full marks for it because you'd already seen it. So it's like if you were looking at that road now and you know that there was a tractor there coming here, as soon as you saw it up there you'd click there. You won't click when it's down here, you'd click when you first saw it. So that's classed as a hazard to them. That's how early you have to do it. It was a little bit different on the car. You had a bit more time to do it, and you could click a little bit more. So yeah, and I think from what people have said also about the full test, a lot of people have said is you basically, they're not showing, like a CBT is a lot more forgiving. They're showing you what to do and stuff when you're going up, whereas when you do your mod 1 and mod 2, they're not showing you, they expect you to know how to ride a bike on the road. So I mean, what are your thoughts, guys? Do you think, what's your thoughts on the CBT? What's your thoughts on the changes? What's your thoughts on obviously the current legislation and everything? Let me know below. And obviously, like I said, if you've got any recommendations for some motorbikes out there, some more street fighter upright bikes for 600ccs or 700ccs and stuff like that, let me know what you think is good out there, and it'll be interesting to see what you say. And we'll see how long it takes me to do my test. Like I said, I wasn't really 100% bothered about it at first, but now it's giving me the kick up the arse, like, you know what, let's actually, yeah, as usual, like, share, comment and subscribe. Any questions, any comments, let me know below. Any videos that you'd like to see, let me know down below as well. So until next time, guys, in a bit.